Good morning, friends. I am Rahul Dhanwate, Assistant Professor at Department of Botany, KJ Somaiya College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Kopargaon. I am going to teach you the TYBSc Botany paper 5th of semester 3rd, Horticulture and Floriculture. So let's start. So here's the syllabus of Savitribai Phule University for the TYBSc Botany students. So here is a paper course for semester 3rd. Paper first is cryptogamic botany. Paper second is cell and molecular biology. Paper third is genetics and evolution. Paper fourth is spermatophyta and paleobotany. Paper fifth one is horticulture and floriculture. And the last one is computational botany. So I will teach you the subject that is horticulture and floriculture. So let's start with the subject horticulture and floriculture. The subject contains total 8 chapters. The chapter 1 is horticulture and we'll be seeing that it contains introduction, definition, branches, what are the different branches of horticulture, then what is the scope and economic importance of horticultural crops, then the export and import potential of horticultural crops, then horticultural zones of India and Maharashtra, and the last one is global and national scenario of horticulture. So let's start with the introduction of horticulture and floriculture. India is the seventh largest country in the world with a total geographical area of 328.73 million hectares and has second largest population 125 crores after China. Now it's May exceeding 130 or 135 crores. So according to geographical area, India has the seventh largest country. And what is the geographical area? It is 328.73 million hectare. The total available land for farming is 144 million hectare, of which 70% is under rain-fed cultivation. So out of total available land, 70% land is under rain-fed cultivation, that is totally depend on rain. Around 55 to 60% of the total population depends on agriculture and allied activities, that is related with agricultural activities. So we can say that about half or more than half population depends on agriculture and with related activities. So horticulture crops constitute a significant portion of total agricultural production in the country. So horticultural crops constitute a significant portion of total agricultural production in the country, and it also contributes the 10 to 15% economy of the country. The term horticulture is derived from two Latin words, that is hortus and garden. Sorry, hortus and cultura. Hortus meaning garden and cultura meaning cultivation. So what is horticulture? Horticulture is nothing but the cultivation of gardens, which includes fruits, vegetables, flowers, and now nowadays also cultivated spices, medicinal plants, and as well as aromatic plants. So in ancient days, the gardens had protected enclosures with high walls or similar structures surrounding the houses. The enclosed places were used to grow fruits, vegetables, flowers, and ornamental plants. Therefore, Therefore, in original sense, horticulture refers to cultivation of garden plants within protected enclosures. So, since ancient times, the horticultural plants are cultivated under protected areas in the form of high walls. And now nowadays, The horticultural plants are cultivated under controlled condition in the form of greenhouses or polyhouses. So horticulture refers to cultivation of garden plants within protected enclosures. So let's see the definition of horticulture. What is horticulture? Horticulture is a branch of agriculture that deals with study of fruits, vegetables, flowers, spices, plantations, medicinal and aromatic plants. Or we can say that horticulture is a branch in which we cultivate the fruits, vegetables, flowers, spices, plantations, medicinal and aromatic plants. Then, which are the branches of horticulture? So, horticulture is a wide field which includes a great variety and diversity of crops. On the basis this horticulture divided into different branches. So, following are the branches of horticulture. The first one is pomology. Pomology is a study of fruit crops, or we can say that pomoculture. Pomoculture is a cultivation of fruit crops. Second branch is olericulture. Olericulture is a cultivation of vegetables. Third branch is floriculture, in which the flowers are cultivated. Fourth one is plantation crops, in which the plants like coconut, rubber, coffee, tea, and different plants are cultivated. Then fifth one is the spices crops, in which the spices, that is cardamom, pepper, and different spices are cultivated. The sixth one is a medicinal and aromatic crops, in which the medicinal and aromatic crops are cultivated. The next branch is post-harvest technology, in which the different techniques like handling, grading, packaging, storage processing, value addition, marketing, etc. Are carried out. Then the next one is plant propagation. It deals with propagation of plants. So let's see these different branches in a little depth. First one is the fruit crops or pomology. India is the second largest producer of fruits after Brazil. So after Brazil, India produces the large amount of fruits. A large variety of fruit crops are grown in India. Of these, mango, banana, citrus, papaya, guava, pineapple, sapota, jackfruit, grapes, apple, etc. are the important ones. So these are the fruits which are cultivated in India in a large amount. India accounts for 10% of the total world production of fruits. So in the total world production in fruits, India contributes about 10%. It leads the world in the production of mango, banana, sapota, and acid lime, besides recording highest productivity in grape. So these are the fruit which are produced in a large amount in our country. The leading fruit growing states, and which are the leading fruit growing states? Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, and Uttar Pradesh. These are the leading states which produces large amount of fruits. The second branch is vegetable crops, also called as olericulture. More than 40 vegetables belonging to solanaceous, cucurbitaceous, leguminous, cruciferous, root crops, and leafy vegetables are grown in Indian tropical, subtropical, and temperate regions. So these are the different climatic regions in which different vegetables, about 40 vegetables, are growing, which are belonging to these angiospermic families, that is Solanaceae, Cucurbitaceae, Leguminaceae, and Cruciferaceae. So most of the vegetables are belonging to these angiospermic families. Important vegetables grown in India are onion, tomato, potato, brinjal, peas, beans, okra, chili, cabbage, cauliflower, cucumber, watermelon, carrot, and radish. So these are the vegetables which are produced in a large amount. India ranks second in vegetable production next to China. So in vegetable production also India ranks second after China with respect to area and production, contributing 13.38% to the total world production. So globally also India contributes a large vegetable production. India occupies first position in cauliflower, second in onion, third in cabbage in the world. West Bengal, Orissa, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka are the important states for horticultural crop production. So these are the states which produces a huge quantity of vegetables. The third branch is floriculture. Floriculture is nothing but the cultivation of or cultivating flowers. In India, flower cultivation is being practiced since ages. So, since ancient times, the flowers are cultivated in India. It is an important or integral part of socio-cultural and religious life of Indian people. It has taken a shape of industry in recent years. So now, commercially, these flowers are cultivated in India, and some of these flowers are also export to the different states and as well as to the different countries. So India is known for growing traditional flowers such as jasmine, marigold, chrysanthemum, tuberose, crossandra, aster, etc. So now commercial cultivation of cut flowers, commercially also cultivated some flowers like rose, orchids, gladiolus, carnation, anthurium, gerbera. These are the flowers which are commercially cultivated. The important flower growing states are Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, West Bengal, Sikkim, Jammu and Kashmir, and Meghalaya. So this branch, floriculture, is also contributed in the development or production of employment for many people. So this branch is very important also in the growth of economy of country. The next branch is plantation crops. This is one of the important sectors contributing about rupees 7,500 crores of export earnings. The major plantation crops include coconut, areca nut, oil palm, cashew, tea, coffee, rubber cocoa, betel wine, vanilla, etc. So these are the plantation trees which are cultivated and also exported. The leading states which produces plantation crops are Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Goa, and Assam. So these are the leading states which produces large amount of plantation crops. The next branch is spices. Spices, they constitute an important group of horticultural crops and are defined as vegetable products or mixture thereof. So India is known as home of spices. Why? Because some states like Kerala produces a huge number of spices. So India is known as home of spices, producing a wide variety of spices like black pepper, cardamom, ginger, turmeric, chili, coriander, etc. So major spice producing states are Kerala. Okay, as I said that Kerala is a states which produces huge number of spices. So after Kerala, there is Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Orissa, and Tamil Nadu. These are the states which produces spices. And the last branch, that is medical and aromatic plants. India has diverse collection of medicinal and aromatic plants, spices, plant species distributed throughout the country. So it has more than 9,500 species with medicinal properties. Demand for these crops is increasing progressively in both domestic and export markets. So day by day, these medicinal and aromatic plants have increasing demand for different uses, like in the preparation of different medicines. And these aromatic plants are used in soap industries and in the preparation of scents. So this one is the important branch as it contributes in the preparation of medicines and different industries. Important medicinal plants are senna, opium poppy, periwinkle, ashwagandha, etc. And there are many more medicinal species. And aromatic plants are Japanese mint, lemongrass, citronella, devana, patchouli, etc. So this branch is also an important branch of horticulture which contributes to the Indian economy, and these plants are also helpful in medical industry as well as in aromatic industries. The next one is the scope of horticulture. So I think this is enough for today. The scope of horticulture we'll see in next video lecture. So till then, stay safe, stay home, and happy learning. Thank you.